Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with your twin flame energy update for August 25th to August 31st. Don't forget to like, share, comment if you really resonate with this reading. Again, if you would like to book a reading, my information is in the description box. I want to give a shout out to all of my new subscribers. Your comments, they're so beautiful. And also, if you follow me on Chrissy the Crystal Indigo on Instagram, my 300 follower will receive a free reading of your choice. So that is my form of energy exchange. My energy exchange information is in the description box as well. So let's dive into the twin flame reading. So for the divine masculine, the first card that came out, is mute. So I feel like with the collective, like the divine masculine, for some of you guys who are resonating with this, they've been mute lately. Like they haven't been speaking, they haven't been reaching out, they haven't been responding to your texts, your emails, and a lot of the divine feminine have been blocked anyway. But regardless, even though you were blocked like via telephone, like you weren't blocked via email, where you guys can like email back and forth. And in the past where you may have been blocked from, telephone and not email, you're really thinking like this is over for the divine feminine, because usually, even though you're not in communication, through telephone, you're still able to communicate through email. But what Spirit is saying is that divine masculine is being real mute now. He can't speak, he can't talk, and it's because he's going through the changes, the transformation. This has been the energy for the last 5 months going on, especially with those tower moments that hit May, June, July. Divine masculine has really gone in, and it's like looking at what is going to serve and what is going to grow divine masculine, because divine masculine is realizing like they made some mistakes. And like with this blue here, I take that as a person is really starting to see things through their third eye. They're being awakened by spirit, like they're being guided. So for some divine masculine, this is something that's really scary for them, because at the end of the day, they know with you being their divine counterpart, you had some of the gifts. You even expressed some of those to your divine masculine. But for them, for him or her themselves to go through this is very different. And I'm getting like they want to reach out, they want to ask you questions about certain things that you've mentioned to them, but they feel like they've done you wrong and like really can't even find the words to even start the conversation, because they feel like you just won't even talk to them anyway. Okay, the next card that came out for divine masculine's action is like, now divine masculine is getting that energy up, whether he or she to take action, because they're starting to see what was really for them all along. They're starting to realize that they made a huge mistake. And some of for the collective, there could have been a third party situation, a karmic involved, where you got played, you got pushed off to the side. And you're hearing this in a lot of the readings, not just mine, but I've heard it in others too as well, where you got pushed off to the side. And then now your divine masculine is seeing that they made a mistake, so they have to take action, because they don't want to lose you, they don't want to lose this connection, and they know that you unconditionally had love for them, you have love for them, and you protected their heart as if it was your own. Okay, divine masculine is really like into family now, like unity, like really bringing something together. And as you can see, like now divine masculine is like, I want that family life, I want that positive life. I don't want that life that I grew up in, where the family was so broken, and like we were split, where it was step brothers, step sisters, or whatever like that, where it was multiple relationships within the mother father figure, from above. The parent, where they have step sisters and step brothers and stuff like that, and it's like they weren't seeing that real unity of family. And now this is what divine masculine really wants. He wants to connect with his divine feminine. He wants to have a real family together. Not saying his family wasn't real or her family wasn't real, their energies can be interchangeable, but divine masculine wants like the family unity. Like, I want to be a better example for my children. And some of this children can be involved, and it's hard, because it's like maybe some of the situations were involved where the karmic had a child with divine masculine, but divine masculine is seeing like I can rebuild this the way that it should have been in the first place with the right person. You know, the karmic was around to teach me a lesson, but my divine feminine is around to guide me through this journey for a lifetime, okay? The next card that came out for divine masculine, healing. Like divine masculine is really going through healing. Like he's really shut down and really is allowing divine to take you know, to take him on this him or her on this, like, you know, journey, because he's like, you know, divine masculine, you know, they may not be awakened, but they do know they have some type of spirituality or gifts inside of them. They're just ignorant to it. So right now, like, all of this stuff is coming to surface, and it may be a lie for divine masculine, because this is something that divine masculine has always wanted to keep hidden. You know, maybe it was around in the family, but, you know, it was something that, because of, you know, certain situations, this divine masculine just really didn't want to be bothered with it, but it's being forced to look at it, you know, head on, because this is something that's connected to you, and that is meant for, you know, the divine masculine to change the world in an aspect. Like I said, light workers, 144,000, the mission, the goal, what we're out to do. Like this masculine is really seeing, you know, the transformation and how much they are ascending, and how they're so much different than what they used to be. Even if it was 2 months ago or 3 weeks ago, when you're going through a spiritual transformation, time is, it doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're evolving at a rapid, you know, pace. For divine feminine, the first card that came out is received. So divine feminine has received her support from divine, period. Divine feminines are standing in their power. You know, they love their divine masculine. They hold a space in their heart for the divine masculine. They meditate for and send healing to divine masculine, but they're not, you know, unpowerful anymore. They're not blowing up their phone. They're not sending a million emails. They're not texting. They're not calling from different numbers to see, you know, how are you, what's going on. Like at this point, divine feminine is leaving everything for divine. What's meant to be will be. Divine feminine has received the answers. Divine feminine knows what's this, you know, what this connection is. So divine feminine has no need to worry. Divine feminine has accepted the fact that they haven't done, you know, any wrong when it came to that tower moment that divine masculine had to deal with. Because at the end of the day, in some situations, divine masculine, you know, was the creator of his or her chaos. You know, you had some situations where divine masculine was juggling two different people. Divine masculine was back and forth with the karmic and their divine feminine, and were really not in, you know, the right heart space, and it caused a lot of hurt. It caused a lot of, you know, miscommunication, just people left being confused. And at this point, divine feminine has come into his or her power, and it's like, I'm not going to settle for anything. So if you're willing to come back, if you know, divine sends you back, then you have to come back the right way. I've got the answers that I need. I know what's to come. You have to catch up. But this time, unlike the other times, you know, there won't be any back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because that's not happening. You come either correct, or you can keep on kicking it the other way, right? So the next card that came out for divine feminine is purge. So again, divine feminine right now is purging all that no longer serves or grows divine feminine. Divine feminine is not putting up with any BS. You know, if people intentions turn out not to be the way that are aligned with divine feminines, meaning love and light and being positive and like creating something great for the world, divine feminine doesn't want to be a part of it, period. Purging everything in sight, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's jobs, whether it's, you know, matters of the heart, whatever that doesn't serve, grow, or align with divine feminine is out. Okay? And that's the greatest energy to be in, because it's like, you know your self-worth, you know your self-love, and you're not accepting anything less. The next card that came out is separation. I mean, that's common. Like we all know, I mean, I'm a part of the collective. We're all in separation. And that's why we're doing the work, to work on ourselves, but not just to bring our divine masculine back for marriage or anything like that, but actually to become one with our own hearts. Look how much we've taken ourselves for granted. Look how much we've, you know, beat ourselves down. Look how much we didn't love ourselves the way we loved others. So at this point, you know, divine feminine is realizing that that separation needed to happen because divine feminine needed to find her worth, needed to know what she loved about him or herself, you know, the most. And actually, after this connection, there's no after, because you're going to always be connected, but I mean, after this situation or the tower moment, divine feminine realized that her love or his love is the most important. The next card that came out is forgiveness. So a lot of the divine feminine in the collective have come to that point where it's like, you know what, I forgive you, I forgive myself for allowing, you know, myself to go through these situations and put myself in this type of energy. But at the same time, like, again, this is divinely guided. This person was sent to you, so it's not like you put yourself in that way, because it doesn't matter, regardless if you met how you met or later on down the line you met a different way. You guys are destined to meet each other, so that part doesn't matter. But forgiveness is forgiveness. Forgiveness is for you, forgiveness is for them, and to clear the karmic energy around you. Okay. Every time I start talking about twin flames, my throat gets scratchy. Excuse me, guys. So I asked for the overall energy of the spread for divine feminine and divine masculine, and I got nostalgia. Like, look how tight he's holding on to that chain with the heart. You understand what I'm saying? Just look at that. You know, and with the energy that I'm getting from this card, it's not anything but divine masculine does not want to let you go. Like, he has your heart so tight, and even if you can't see it, he does, or she does. And you have divine masculine's heart now, because divine masculine has realized it. They made a terrible mistake, because a lot in the collective, the divine masculine chose someone else over you, and now they're starting to see that that was the worst mistake they could have ever done. Let's go into the messages. So for the messages from divine masculine to divine feminine. So the first card that came out, seeing you reminds me of the things I know deep down, and that's not always easy to deal with. Yeah, because, like, you know, for example, divine feminine, spiritually gifted, if that's something that divine masculine really wanted to run away from and really wanted to be ignorant to, then that's one of the things that kind of, you know, gets at his heartstrings, and also what he has done or what she has done to their divine feminine. Okay. The next card that came out, lying was just easier for me than telling you the truth. We all know what this is talking about. That tower moment, when divine just got tired of divine masculine just playing around with the divine feminine heartstrings, and started revealing things one after the other. And even if divine masculine tried to lie their way out of it, boom, divine showed something else. So this is what that's talking about. Lying was just easier for me than telling the truth. The next card to divine feminine from divine masculine, I can't handle your words right now. Divine masculine don't even know what you're going to say. You ain't been talking to divine masculine, so how does divine masculine know? The next card that came out to the divine feminine is, if I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. Yeah, because that karmic straight played divine masculine. Divine masculine tried to, excuse my French, shit on you, and then turned around and realized that the karmic didn't give two squats about them. While divine feminine was being, you know, ran ragged mentally, emotionally, and physically. And the only thing divine feminine asked for was their heart. Wow. Okay, so these are the messages from divine feminine to divine masculine. Here we go. My mind and heart always come back to you. It's because divine feminine knows what this connection is. It's always going to do that. It was divine masculine who needed to, you know, catch up. Okay. The next card to divine masculine, I'm a better person because of you. Yep. Divine masculine has really opened up divine feminine in a different way, whether sexually, emotionally, mentally, and even just the way divine feminine treats his or her own self right now. Like, divine feminine has never loved herself the way that she or he would have if this connection wouldn't have taken place. Put him or herself first. Not accept certain things. Look at life from a different perspective. Take a chance. Be open. Do different things, right? So in that sense, divine feminine really appreciates the divine masculine for that. Okay? The next card, our connection still affects me. Yeah, because you guys are one. Like, it's going to always, it's going to always bother you. It's going to always affect you. You guys are always going to be in each other's hearts. You're always going to be in each other's soul. And with, with the connection, like, you guys will speak. You guys will talk. It just takes time, and it happens in cycles. And like I said, with these specific connections, it's divinely guided. And so some connections you have a choice. Just in life, you have a choice, like free will and things like that. And sometimes when divine has, spirit, God, your heavenly counsel, when they have a mission for you, it doesn't matter what you think or what you want. And like I said, tell God what you're going to do and watch him laugh. It's not about what you want to do. It's not about what you're going to do. Want to see God laugh? Tell him what you got planned. And I know you guys understand what I mean by that. All right. The next card is, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. And that's because divine feminine, like a part of divine feminine is like, you weren't that easy. You were very difficult. And I need to know for sure, coming back around this second time, that you can be open, that you can love unconditionally, that you can give and receive, that you can meet me halfway on things, be fair, not be so much in your head, like, you know what I mean? So divine feminine is just like, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. I don't know if you can meet mine. I've been going through some different things, and I've become stronger, and I've become more in my power. And I think we need to, come to the table with a mutual agreement, even understanding, fairness. Because I'm not depleting myself to make you happy anymore. I am not the divine feminine I was before with you. You're looking at a whole new person. And that's what a lot of divine masculine is going to come to realize, right? So I asked the angel answers a couple things. And I just asked, well, not a couple things, but I just asked the question of, with the divine feminine and the divine masculine, what messages does, the angels have for you guys? And so for the first card that came out, peaceful resolution, right? So this is what the energy is, because divine masculine definitely wants to come forward, but divine masculine is just spooked because they don't know if they're going to get cursed out, hung up on. They don't know if they'll get treated the way they treat the divine feminine. Boom, there you go. The next card that came out, wait, so if you're thinking about contacting like your divine feminine or divine masculine, wait for a second, like really work on your healing, really go within, really, talk to your spirit guides first. Like for me, I'm not contacting my divine masculine. When divine yells in my ear and tells me it's time, then I'll be like, okay, how have you been? Is everything okay? But I'm not doing it. And my divine masculine, so far, when that thought comes to my head, or my divine, divine or spirit, when that thought comes to my head, it's absolutely no. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you get it. Like, if you ask for support, you'll get it. The next card that came out, within the next few months. So union could be coming for you guys within the next few months, because at the end of the day, like, time, I blinked and now it's almost 2020. So at the end of the day, time, we know that it does not wait for anyone. And your divine masculine is going to realize, like, man, like, I need to make a move. I need to, I need to own up, accept accountability for the things that I've done. Because your divine masculine know, like, even though they try to blame you, even though they try to make you feel like you was obsessed, you was crazy, you was in your head, blah, 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 they know they were lying. They knew that when they met you, they never met anyone like you before in their life. And the person or people that they had been with, they thought that maybe one of them would have been like the person they married or the person they spend the rest of their life with until they met you. And what they didn't understand was those were karmic, connections, trying to prepare the divine masculine for you. So everything during the divine masculine journey and because of his journey is because of you. Shall I go on? The next card that came out, trust. Okay? So trust the process. Trust divine. Know that this connection is coming to fruition. Know that, as long as you be patient, as long as you live within your right heart mindset and like soul purpose, and like start doing your spiritual work or your life path purpose work, because that's what's gonna really guide you in the right direction, really set your soul free. You understand? Where it doesn't matter, it doesn't bother you that this connection isn't where it needs to be, because you're still doing the work, you're helping other people, you're being divinely guided. It's not that you don't love your divine masculine, it's not that you don't have, like I said, the place in your heart for the divine masculine, but it's just that right now you're just not putting any energy into it. For what? You know what I mean? Because now, divine feminine, is in her power or his power, so they know now. So there's no reason to guess. There's no reason to sit up all night and worry and wonder if this person's coming back around. There's no reason to beat yourself up, because you know the truth. And everything, divine feminine, you're not perfect. You have your little moments, but divine feminine did not do anything as near and as worse as what divine masculine did to divine feminine. And I can attest to that, because I am too on the journey. So the next card that came out, reconsider. So for divine feminine, if you're really thinking about like walking away, cutting off the cords, that's not going to work. Okay, again, this is your divine masculine. This is destined. Spirit has brought you guys together this lifetime. We have a mission. We have a job of service to do for divine, for God, heavenly council, whomever you want to call. So it's not gonna happen that way. You understand what I'm saying? You're not cutting this person off and just shaking them loose. Like, it's not gonna happen that way, because both you guys start to get stubborn. Divine is just gonna make it more, more real for you guys. So for example, for divine feminine, we're not resisting. We're going with the flow. We're following divine. Cool. We're good. For some of the divine masculines, they're still resisting. They're not wanting to listen. They're still in their ego mentality. Things are still hard for them. All you have to do is let go and release, and everything will play out the way it's supposed to play out. And then the overall message for the collective: look for signs. Ask your spirit guides. Look at the angel numbers that pop up. I get so many synchronicities: 655, 1111, 333, 111, 211, 444, 555, 911. I mean, not just that, but also like, hearing like spirit. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're clairaudient, like hearing, seeing orbs, seeing auras, seeing messages like that relates to your situation on billboards. You know what I mean? Like, look for the signs, because they are there. Okay. I forgot to tell you guys what the overall energy is for the twin flame messages. And the overall energy for your twin flame message was, being apart has been life-changing for me. And I know that's for divine feminine and divine masculine. And as I'm talking to you guys, like right on my wall, like right here towards the right side of me, like that way, you can't see it, but it's just like orbs are like kicking it. They're just having a blast. Just so beautiful, right? Okay, guys, if this reading resonated with you guys, like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget the contest. Follow me on Chrissy.thecrystalindigo at Instagram. And the 300 follower will receive a free reading of your choice. If you want to book a reading with me, my information is in the description box. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, following me. I really appreciate it. Coming up, I'm going to be doing some really nice, like, dope stuff for the channel, so that way, like, you can see my face and, like, see me in front of you guys, like, communicating and talking with you guys. I just need to get, like, the little holster for, like, the iPad, so I can, like, sit at the table and, like, do all the cards for you. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, my email is also in the description box. Sending you lots of love and light. Talk to you later.